met Craig and Julie, who head up Atlantic, and I met them via a friend of mine that runs Warner in Nashville. And they were like, you'd love them, like please, go meet with them. I think that y'all would work really well together. When I met with both of them, especially Craig, because he does the A&R side of it, it was just really awesome because it wasn't a trick by any means, but I asked him, I said, what kind of record would you want to make, like with Kelly Clarkson? Like, what would that dream record be for you? And he said, man, I love all your pop stuff. He's like one of our biggest artists. Like, she had a career before coming to Atlantic, but then just so many things. I ended up loving these records of Aretha after she signed with Atlantic. And I feel like that's what I want to do, with you. If you're down, just make this contemporary retro sound. And I was like, where do I sign? They were into Kelly Clarkson. They weren't into like a specific thing. They were into like going on the journey with me. It was my first time to pick a label to work with after 15 years, so it was pretty exciting. I don't think it was a shock either, whenever I left RCA. They didn't get to pick me and I didn't get to pick them because I was on Idol, so we worked really well together. We were successful, with what we, the cards that were dealt, but I definitely didn't get to spread my wings as an artist and really do the albums I was really wanting to make. I think at the age of 35, you should do what you want at this point, so. Honestly, it was kind of funny because Jesse and he was sending me songs left and right, and I'd be like, that would have worked, if I were making a dance album, or this would work for this album, but this is, and I was really trying to get, producers that had worked with me before, or writers, to kind of go towards this direction that was in my head and heart. And he said, okay, and because we were working on Meaning of Life, and I'd had a glass of wine, and we were in my attic studio at my house. He said, okay, I want to show you this song. I think this is what you're talking about, but I'm not sure. And he ended up playing this song that he and Priscilla Renee and Mo had written. And I was like, yes, on the verse. And then the chorus hit, and I swear to you, I lost my mind. And I was like, I don't understand what's happening, but I want to record it right now. I hadn't been that excited since I think I first heard myself on the radio. Earth, Wind & Fire played on a couple of tracks on the album. Definitely Love So Soft and Whole Lotta Women are two of my favorites, and they played on that. And the songs were already good, but like just this level of expertise and musicianship that they bring to the table is insane. And it was awesome because we were trying to have that old school vibe, but like in a new, current way. It was really one of the coolest experiences to have a conversation with Verdine while he's like off to tour, and he's still so excited as he was when he first started. And I was like, I hope I'm like that when I'm, older. I was like, that's awesome. He still has that passion and fire. And a lot of times we take it for granted, people in our generation and younger. I think we are a little jaded, and I think it's awesome to meet these older artists that are like really paved the way for us musically and are all these songs we love. And getting to work with them is a really powerful and really cool thing. This album definitely is an indication of everyone I loved growing up musically, like especially female singers, as Aretha or Whitney or Mariah or In Vogue or Bonnie Raitt or Annie Lennox. Like there's all of these, Tina Turner, like there's just all of these different vibes on the album, but they're all very soulful, like very empowering. It's a grown-ass woman's record because I could have, with these same songs, even after winning, Idol, like I would not have made this record. It would not sound like it does now. Because I think with this record, you have to have lived through certain circumstances. I had to have had all those hurdles and all those things to really appreciate the gravity of the situation that I'm in right now and knowing the difference. I cut actually like 3 country songs because we were gonna work on a country thing. But like I said, I was in a situation with a label that wasn't on board like with it. So it was very hard to like, I didn't wanna like make this amazing country album, never have it see the light of day because people didn't want to do that with me. I think you get so defeated as an artist that you're just like, okay, like, and then by the time I met up with Craig, especially with Atlantic, his dream of what a record would sound like for me made me feel like, that's actually the record I wanted to make when I was in junior high, was this record, Meaning of Life. Like, and this is the sound, like my mom heard the record and was like, this is what I thought you were gonna do. Like, this is why I was so confused for a while. She knows I love a lot of music, like different genres, and I love my pop rock stuff. I always will play it at shows. I love it. This is the record I think that, as a child, like people probably thought I was gonna make as a woman. Somebody always asks me, like, how could you pick The Voice over Idol? Well, one, my husband manages Blake, and we've been talking about doing The Voice for years, but I've just been knocked up every time. But, and two, we were already in discussions about possibly being a part of The Voice. And that is a really cool thing for my family, because Idol, you have to travel around. Like, you travel around a lot of the, pre-stuff that they do. And with The Voice, you're just all in one place. It's just kind of easier for us. So when they came back and talked to us about it, and they leaked it everywhere. Somebody leaked it that I was gonna be on it, and that was never gonna happen. Like, I never said yes, like, ever. There was not even a conversation by the time I saw it in the news. But I think people think I'm, like, shunning it, and I'm not shunning it. This is a different thing at this point. Like, when you're a woman and a mom and a wife, like, you make certain decisions based on not just yourself anymore. And this was a very great decision for me and my family. And also, I'm not gonna lie, I love going on a show called The Voice, and it's all about The Voice, and that's who I am. Everything is based off talent. It has nothing to do with aesthetics, and I'm very excited about pushing that damn red button. I have River Rose and the Magical Christmas coming out because we didn't have enough going on. I decided to put a book out at the same time. And we wrote a Christmas song that pretty much could have been on my Christmas album. It's like a big, like, Phil Spector meets, Mariah, kind of those epic Christmas songs that you like. That was kind of our goal with it. And the Christmas book, my daughter, so I've only shown her on my phone, which she's not impressed by, because I haven't had the physical copy yet. And like, I show her, like, this is your new book. And she's like, tangible, Mom, tangible. Let me hold it. I am working on another book, and it's actually because everybody kept saying, what are you gonna do for your boy? And I was like, that's gonna look bad. I love anything fantastical, and like, because I always read something like, Silent Spring, which is like super serious about the environment, and then I like something a little more fluff and fun and fantastical. I like a balance. The book I'm working on for my son I think it's a cool concept that's never been done, which is hard to do. But I want to write it really quickly so nobody does it. I don't know where it will land, as in like where in the reading world, but age bracket, but it's very fantastical as well. But it's also a little reality, so I don't know. I hope people like it, but I don't know when the hell I'm gonna finish it, because all I do is work, so. Oh my gosh, it says also Kelly Clarkson. Right. That was amazing. I just always think anything in pop culture, when like all of a sudden your name is mentioned, like for some reason, no matter how many awards I win or like anything I do, I'm always like, yeah, that's cool. And then like all of a sudden some random book I mentioned, I'm like, oh, it's like cool. It's like pop culture. It's like a part of like history. That's cool. Like the Steve Carell thing, I'm more proud of that than most things. I was very flattered. I think it's obviously it's a motto that people have used for forever. But Ali Tamposi, who wrote that, did such an amazing job with that song.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more videos from your favorite artist. And while you're here, check out these other videos.